Your family is here. Your children have no father.
You have to serve my country.
You don't know when to quit. You did your part. You sacrificed enough. You let somebody else go.
Let somebody else go?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I couldn't live with myself.
Yeah, well, you find a way.
A scene from the new movie American Sniper about American hero Chris Kyle, known as the deadliest marksman in U.S. history. Well, now his widow is filing an appeal to overturn a verdict in a defamation case brought by Jesse Ventura. The former Minnesota governor was awarded nearly $2 million by a federal jury who ruled that parts of Kyle's memoir defamed him. So let's bring in our legal panel, Keith Sullivan, criminal defense attorney, and Chip Merlin, who's also a defense attorney. Good day to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so Chip, let's start with you. This all goes back to a part of Chris Kyle's book where he claims that he essentially punched Jesse Ventura in a bar, but he didn't even name him, right?
Right. That's one of the most interesting parts about this entire story is that Jesse Ventura's name was never in the book at all. It was instead, it was on the O'Reilly Factor and another television show that Kyle said that it was Jesse Ventura who had did this, and he had said a number of defamatory things about George Bush, the war, and that he wanted a few SEALs killed. And this was what brought the defamation action, in this particular case. So it's a very unique case from the very beginning because it's not based on libel in the book. It's based upon actually slander outside of the book.
Okay, so Jesse Ventura was awarded $1.8 million in August by a federal jury. Now Chris Kyle's widow is appealing this. Keith, you say that defamation usually implies malice.
Well, here, since Jesse Ventura is a public figure, he has to prove actual malice. And that's what I think the appeal is going to rest upon, that Jesse Ventura did not prove the standard of actual malice. And actual malice has been defined by the United States Supreme Court as the speaker knew that the statement was false or had a reasonable belief that the statement was false. Look, what this comes down to is Jesse Ventura is seeking money from a dead U.S. veteran. And to me, that's just, it's awful, it's un-American. He needs to learn the lesson that my mother taught myself and my siblings growing up. Get over yourself. You're really not that important. This appeal is going to rest upon that they didn't meet the standard, and more importantly, that Jesse Ventura has not been damaged financially or economically as a result of the statements that were attributed to him. We've all had negative things said about us at one point in time in our lives. Just get over it. I implore Jesse Ventura and everybody out there who's listening on social media, start a campaign. Ask Jesse Ventura to drop this lawsuit, leave this veteran's family alone, and let them be. He claims $500,000 of the money is covered by insurance. You know what, Jesse? Take the $500,000, don't collect a penny more, and donate that $500,000 to a worthy veteran's cause. That would be the honorable and the noble thing. This is just simply ridiculous that Jesse Ventura is claiming financial damage and that his reputation has been irreparably harmed. Nobody's done more damage to Jesse's reputation than Jesse himself over the years.
Okay, so Chip, Jesse Ventura does claim, or his attorneys do claim, that the money would come from insurance money. How does Chris Kyle's widow, how do their attorneys move forward with this appeal?
Well, they're trying to appeal it right now, but the district court was pretty adamant, and that is the jury found that Chris Kyle lied, that the book was wrong, that they didn't believe what was in the book, and it did defame Jesse Ventura. We have two American icons, good people that people like. A lie against one is not right, and it is actionable. And the truth of the matter, Kyle was doing it to raise publicity for his book, and now a movie. And the estate is getting a financial windfall, millions of dollars as a result of this, and part of that was the lie about Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
And Chip, did you want to respond to that?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Did you want to respond to that?
I'll take a response to what Chip said. Chip is actually absolutely right as far as the legal standard. He's laid it out. But the issue with the appellate court is whether or not the jury got it right. And I'm not going to impugn a jury verdict. I wouldn't do that to a petit jury or a grand jury verdict. That's what the appeals court is there for. That's what the process is for. So it can play itself out, but this is heart-wrenching. It's extremely economically draining on the family of this American who served our country nobly. Jesse should just pull the plug on this. And if he thinks, my understanding is that only $500,000 is covered by insurance. So if that's the case, take your $500,000, Jesse, donate it to a worthy veteran's cause, and leave this family alone. When negative things are said about people, as Chip said, that doesn't make it right just because one person is a noble veteran. But Jesse's uniquely situated from everyone else in America. He has a platform where he can go up and clarify these false statements that were made about him or attributed to him. No one else in America has that ability that a superstar, a megastar, a public figure has. And Jesse clarified that. He cleared it up. You know, the appeal is going to be whether or not the jury got it right.
Okay, well, thank you both. Lots to be told on this story. Certainly, there's always two sides. We'll see how this all plays out. Keith Sullivan, Chip Merlin, thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.